Welcome to the deep dive. You've sent us the source, Stack, all the expert notes, the analysis, and we're here to cut right through it all and give you the core knowledge you need for the V85 competition at Eskilstuna.
Right.
Our mission today is pretty simple. We're going to go race by race, pull out the favorites, find the real challengers, and pinpoint those crucial dark horses, the Skreller, that the experts are all talking about.
And it is a fascinating card. I mean, the track itself is really a character in the story today.
Oh, yeah.
What jumps out immediately from all the notes is just how tricky Eskilstuna is, especially at the start. Posts 1 and 2, they've got this slight uphill slope right before the gate.
Okay, so that's a problem.
It means the horses have to be incredibly quick on their feet just to get into position.
And what's the consequence of that early effort?
Well, it makes getting the lead, the spates, just so valuable.
Mm-hmm.
The reason is the home stretch is famously short, only 182 meters.
Wow, that is short.
Yeah. So if you manage to secure the lead, it's just incredibly difficult for anyone to catch you in that final straight. Getting to the front here it's almost everything.
That sets the stage perfectly. So let's dive right in, race by race, and see where the experts agree and, maybe more importantly, where they start to argue.
Let's start with some volatility then.
V85 won the Stallapit, a race for fillies and mares, and it sounds like the trouble starts right away. Number 2, Brill di Quattro. She's the big favorite. The sources all agree she's got ability. I mean, she's won 2 out of 2 when she gets the lead.
Right.
That seems like a solid case.
It is a strong case.
Yeah.
If she gets the lead. And that's the big point of conflict here. All that consensus just turns into caution because everyone is worried about a damaging lead battle.
So she's not getting it for free.
Not at all. Multiple sources are calling her an overplayed favorite for exactly that reason. The front is going to be heavily contested.
So who's putting on the pressure?
You've got to look right to the inside rail, number 1, Corinne B. She also has a perfect 2-for-2 record from the front.
Okay.
And then you've got the very fast starter, number 6, Danielle. The big concern is that all 3 of them are just driven to get to the front. And that could end up being, a suicidal pace for all of them.
So if they all burn out up front, that just opens the door for the closers. I see everyone is calling this race wide open.
Exactly. And so we pivot to that second tier, the horses on the 20-meter handicap. This is where the horses with real capacity are lurking.
Okay.
Number 12, Grasshopper. She's flagged again and again, a really strong closer, and she's expected to be much better with a recent race in her. That usually sharpens them right up.
And what about a real dark horse, a long shot?
That would have to be number 13, Jolyn. She has huge capacity and has been competing in much tougher races. And right now she's at a very low percentage. When you see a horse like that flagged as a key Skreller, you have to pay attention.
Right.
And don't forget number 6, Danielle. If she somehow steals the lead and they let her go, she's a potential winner at just 3%.
Chaos in the first race. Let's see if we get a clearer picture in V85-2, the Lurling Slup, for the apprentices. Here, it seems like the sources are all rallying behind one horse. Number 6, Bruce Braylon.
Yeah, the consensus is really strong on this one. Number 6, Bruce Braylon. He's just seen as the class of this field. Post 6 is a great spot to get a clean start and move forward, and everyone expects him to just charge for the lead.
And his form is good.
It's been improving a lot, especially since they put the closed headgear on him. It seems to have really focused him.
But, nothing's ever a sure thing. Who's the biggest challenger if number 6 gets some resistance?
You look straight at the stable form. Number 5, Arnie Silvio. Comes from a top stable, and he just has raw capacity. Yeah, he's had a few rough trips, bad luck really, but the talent is there. He's the main alternative.
Okay.
Now there's number 10, Maggie May Malt. She's known for a really sharp closing kick, the kind that could be lethal if the leaders get into a duel.
Right. So zooming out a bit, if we're looking for value for those low percentage horses, who benefits if 6 and 5 go at it?
That's where you look for the horses that love a hot pace. 2 of them really stand out. First, number 4, Xander. He's a quick starter. He had a really tough trip last time, racing in the snow outside the leader.
The death position.
The death position, exactly. Analysts think he'll be much better today. And second, number 9, Propline W. He's shown real strength in tougher races. And if that tempo is exhausting, number 9 is in the perfect spot to fly by late.
All right, we've covered 2 races defined by lead battles and arguments. Let's shift to one defined by just overwhelming class. V85-3, the Gould division, the best of the best. And the analysis is completely united behind number 3, Basha Diablo, as the day's anchor horse.
Near unanimous. Absolutely. His form since coming back has been nothing short of spectacular. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at his win in the silver final, the way he just hung out wide and refused to lose, that was special.
And the sources are saying he'll get the lead, and if he does, the word they're using is unbeatable. That's a huge claim. Is there any scenario, however unlikely, where he could fail?
That's the question you have to ask when the consensus is this strong. And honestly, there isn't really a strong case against him. The main threat is number 6, Kinky Boots, who did finish second to him before.
Right.
But the general feeling is that number 6 is going to face a much, much tougher trip this time. He'll likely be stuck in that death position.
So it's not just about how good number 3 is, but also about the bad trip his main rival is expected to get.
Precisely. This is one of those classic cases where you just have to trust the overwhelming favorite, the class, the form, the strategy. It's all aligned for number 3. If you're building a system, this is your rock.
Okay, let's turn to V85-4. The challenge here isn't class, it's distance and handicapping. The Class 3 versus Class 2 horses over a long 2,640 meters.
This distance, it changes everything. It's a key strategic point. The thing to know in this kind of long-distance handicap is that the 20-meter gap actually gives a massive advantage to the Class 2 horses starting from behind. Well, because they get an extra 500 meters to catch up compared to a normal race.
Yeah.
It makes those Class 3 horses, who are good but not as tough, really vulnerable as the race goes on.
The analysis seems really fixated on number 14, Leglogen. I'm seeing notes that he's been locked, saved energy in his last 2 races. It seems like this is the race he's been pointed to.
It's a massive signal. Some sources are even calling him the stable's best chance of the entire day.
Wow.
The horse has been prepped for this specific assignment. He benefits most from the distance. Now, the official favorite is number 2, J.H. Oliver, who won easily in his comeback. He'll try for the lead, but the real question is, can he hold off these tougher Class 2 horses over this long trip? The analysis suggests maybe not.
So who are the other big threats coming from that second group?
Besides 14, you have to look at number 11, Hip to Be Square, who's got good speed. And crucially, number 15, Sundance Kid. He's known to be strong over a distance, and he's expected to be much better in his second start with long studs. That combo of distance, class, and an equipment change that makes him very dangerous.
V85-5, the bronze division, and the conflict is back. This is the big duel. Number 4, Going Cash versus number 5, Follow Him. The sources felt almost split right down the middle here.
It's a true toss-up, and the split is really about 2 different philosophies. Do you go with guaranteed speed or pure raw capacity?
Okay, so make the case for number 4, Going Cash.
His case is simple. He's a fast starter, he wins from the front, and his current form is just razor sharp. He's proven it.
But then you have number 5, Follow Him. I saw his capacity described as huge.
It is huge. He was incredible in his last start, rounding the whole field from post to 12 in a final. That takes serious stamina. But there's a 3-month layoff. Ring rust is a real thing. Can he be at his best after that break? The experts are really disagreeing on that point. It all comes down to how ready he is.
So what happens if these two just go to war? If number 4 sets a blistering pace to keep number 5 on the outside, who's waiting in the wings?
That's when you look straight to the strongest distance horse in the race. Number 10, Global Commission. He comes from a great stable, he's exceptionally strong, and he loves this 2,640-meter trip.
He's the long shot.
He is flagged as the decisive long shot. If 4 and 5 burn each other out, he's the one who benefits.
We should also mention number 2, Quick Bow. Perfect post, top form, and he gets what the analysis calls a definite Kielstrom boost.
Absolutely. That inside post with a world-class driver, that makes him a major player if the favorites falter.
Let's go back to overwhelming class for V85-6, the silver division. This feels like the second anchor for the whole card.
It is. The confidence in number 6, Melby Necht, is just absolute. This horse finished second to Epic Chronos. He's raced in the Elite Lob trials. He is simply too good for this silver division class.
So another unbeatable one.
Pretty much. The analysts expect him to win no matter what kind of trip he gets. Lead, outside, doesn't matter.
Okay, but for those who are nervous or are building a bigger ticket and need some insurance, who are the backups?
If you feel you absolutely have to guard this race, everyone points to 2 horses. First, number 4, Bakaludak. A proven winner from the lead who's also in great form. He's the main alternative if number 6 somehow misfires.
And the second.
Number 3, Datstor. He's super consistent. And he's very likely to get a perfect pocket trip, saving all his energy for that short home stretch.
All right, into the final two races. Both are 1,640-meter sprints. V85-7, Classifier. Normally in a sprint, you'd favor the low gate numbers, but everyone is calling this one super open. Why?
Because the talent is spread so evenly across the field, and the pace is expected to be absolutely blistering. It's not about who starts fastest. It's about who can handle the heat and still have a kick left for that tiny 182-meter stretch.
So who's in that top group of contenders?
You start on the inside. Number 3, Gliding Eagle. Looked great in a recent win, and the post and distance are perfect. Then you have number 7, Frankie Bahia, who has great strength and will be driven offensively, even off a short break.
Okay.
And don't sleep on number 2, Fuligini Pal. He's from a very hot stable, he's better than his record looks, and he's a sharp closer.
But the real value, the horse everyone is talking about, if the pace completely melts down, he's way out wide, right?
Absolutely. The high-value long shot is number 11, Snapchat. Despite post 11, multiple analysts are all over his high capacity and his great closing speed. He is the horse that benefits most from a pace war.
Any others?
Yeah. Number 6, the Little Plug. He's in good form, has the home track advantage, and he also loves it when they go fast up front.
And that brings us to the final race. V85's 8, the Diamantstoet, another 1,640-meter sprint. On this track, that short home stretch must make the lead absolutely crucial here.
It is. The lead battle is everything. It will decide the race. The main fight for that Spets position is going to be between number 3, I Love Faux Depart, who wins almost exclusively from the lead and has perfect conditions, and number 4, Melby Minerva.
She's the main challenger.
She is. She's had some really tough trips lately, but she finally gets a better post.
So if that lead battle gets hot, which closers, which dark horses are waiting to pounce?
The analysis points to 3 key horses that thrive on a fast tempo. The most interesting one is number 10, Finance Lady Par. She is a documented strong closer who just flies late when the pace is fast.
Okay.
Also, keep an eye on number 5, Accuratus. Top form, saved energy last time, and she becomes a really fascinating pick if they use the American Sulky. That usually signals they're going for maximum speed at the end.
And one more reliable horse from the inside.
Yes. Number 1, Pearl K's. She's a very quick starter, always in fine form, and she should get a perfect trip right along the rail, ready to strike if that lead pair falters.
That was incredibly comprehensive. So to wrap up the core analysis, the consensus anchors are crystal clear. Number 3, Basha Diablo, and number 6, Melby Necht.
Right.
And you can't forget that massive signal in the long-distance race. Number 14, Leglogen, in V85-4 is the stable's best shot.
And to put a final point on it, you see the theme of the day. That short Eskilstuna home stretch makes the lead so valuable. But what the analysis shows is that in V85-1, V85-5, and V85-8, that lead is going to be heavily fought over.
Right.
And that threat of a duel is exactly what creates these huge opportunities for the strong closers and high-value long shots we talked about, like number 10, Global Commission, and number 11, Snapchat.
So a final thought for you to take away. Given everything we know about Eskilstuna, that uphill start, the super short stretch, which of these V85 races is going to feature the most costly Spets or lead, fight for the winner? Something to think about as you finalize your strategy. Thanks for diving in with us. We'll catch you next time.